All right, how's it going? So this is part 6 of my collection. We're only gonna have 2 this time. But it's one of my favorite companies that I like to get swords from when I can. And that is siwode. Now, these I would say are not really beginner swords. They are kind of heavy. A heavy blade, but they hold up really, really well. They do T10 exceptionally well. I haven't really, I forget how much this one weighs, but I know it's over 2 pounds for sure. And they just lock in. I've never had to shim these neither. This one right here, because I have 2, we actually have 3, but the other one's my wife's. This one, I can tell you right now, weighs 2 pounds, 8 ounces. So it's a heavy blade, but they're thick. They're a thick blade. They're no joke. They do have a taper, but they're a thick blade. The mouth on the ones that we have, Korugichi, is well done. And then if we put this one back in, and they don't fall out. They just lock right in. The green one, the Dragonfly, I had to glue the crusher. This one I haven't. This is my most recent one I got from them. But what makes these so great too is this Jabra Maki wrapping. Their handles are done a little bit different. They look wide, but when you put your hand in them, yeah, they feel comfortable. I mean, very comfortable in the hands. As far as I know too, I've gone on Reddit and I've also had comments of other people who have these, have taken these apart, and everyone says they're full Samiga wrap underneath these things, and it's real Samiga, which is cool. They also make the end rounded, so when you put it in an obi, it just slides right on in. Korogata here is a little bit farther down than normal, but that's not a big deal, doesn't hinder anything. Now you notice the way this thing is tied right here. Okay, for Iaido. I didn't do that. It comes this way. Like the green one, it's called like a parachute wrap. It comes that way. So they wrap like traditional style on the sayas and do parachute wrap and everything. Never taken this apart because I don't know how to do it. So if I do put this in an obi, I kind of have to open it a little bit more. The only thing is the Ishigami, or the matte finish they put on there, it does rub off, and that's from my sword stand. So it's not really that big of a deal, but just to be noted, you know. It's not real bullhorn on either end. But these things are phenomenal cutters. They keep an edge like crazy. Like I said, they do T10 exceptionally well, in my opinion. These are a beast of a cutter, but they're no joke. Like I said, if you're new to cutting, I wouldn't start off with one of these. They are heavy. As you can see, they are a wide blade too. Okay. They really are. But man, they hold up great. Now, I've done a video on Jabra Maki. I'll put a card wherever it lands up here. So if you want, you can go check that video out. But man, you have to experience holding one of these in your hand. The difference between this and the other styles of wrappings for the katana, a lot of people prefer the battle wrap. Battle wrap's nice. This tops it 100%. And from what I understand, high-ranking samurais would actually have this done. Okay. Siwode, for certain ones of their swords, put this on there automatically. It's not, you don't have to request it. Shadow Dancer does Jabra Maki. Don't know how well it is because I don't have one. In order for them to do it, it's $800 because this is not an easy wrap to do. These are off Amazon. Now Siwode, if I remember correctly, they do have a website that you can go to, and I've been to it. These type of swords with the Jabra Maki on their website runs $300. So I advise you, if you want one of these, you get it from Amazon. Okay. This one right here runs $175. Okay. It's got almost a 28-inch blade on it too. It's got the parachute wrap, Jabra Maki. This is real, I think, if I remember correctly, it's brass, copper. I think it's brass, no, excuse me, it's brass. And I like the age, how it's been aging. I've had this for quite a while, like 3 years I've had this. And this thing is held up great. I had one oops, I had to fix it, and that was my fault. So I had to fix the edge. That was my fault, not theirs. So, this is my newest one. Now, most of the time when you get these things are like a razor blade. This one, not so much. Still had a good edge though. But that one, it was like a razor blade when it came out. So this one's also a brass fittings, and it's all real brass or real copper or whatever they use. They give you the name of it. Because in China they have different grades, and they'll give you those grades. And the sagios that you get with these are nice. They're thick. They're not thin. And as you can see with this one, the little brass fittings there, I forget the name, drawing a blank, are glued in. Same with this one, even though it has the parachute wrap, they're actually glued in. They're not just sitting there freely. They're actually glued in, which most companies, when they put them on there, they just are flopping around. But with something like this, you would have to glue it. But yeah, they glue them in. So if you're gonna change that from the parachute wrap to this, you don't have to worry about them. At least mine are. They're glued in. Like I said, they come with real Samigawa. This one right here, if I remember correctly, runs like 163, 165. So yeah, this guy right here runs about $163, $165. They do have one like this one. It's identical, fittings, everything, for $150. The only difference is it has a bohea, whereas the three that we have don't have a bohea. My wife's is about $152, and it looks like this one has the same parachute wrap, everything, except the Suba is a hollow dragon. We've all seen it, and it's a deep blue, which is a really pretty one. So, but yeah, Siwode does a heck of a job. And the Manukis are on this one are actually pretty long. It goes from there to right about there is the length of these. And they're a dragon. But yeah, Siwode, check them out. Like I said, I love cutting with these swords. Some of my favorite swords to cut with. They're a beast. You can throw anything at them in. No rattle. No rattle. I think this one's the same. Yeah. They don't have any rattle to the side. The fit and finish on these are super nice. They're worth the money. if you can afford one of these. Like I said, I've had this one for like 3 years. It's held up great. Everything I've thrown at it is cut through. But yeah, those are my special ones I like to use all the time when I get a chance, because I like to rotate what I use for cutting and whatnot. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, part 6, and probably see you on part 7. If not, then it'll be another video trying to mix it up a bit, you know, as we go, and we'll see you on the next one.